everybody, and welcome to another exciting installment of 5 Questions with Wrestling Rampage. The three amigos are back in this bitch.
That's right, guys. We're back with 5 questions, and that's when we answer your guys' questions that you guys send in. Send in questions like crazy, guys. We're trying to keep up, trying to get pumping out more content for you guys. You guys have been enjoying 5 questions. We really appreciate that. And we got a bunch of questions here.
Yes, we do.
I'm ready.
If you guys want to ask a question, the easiest way to do that is in the comments section down below.
Yes, that's the easiest way.
That's the easiest way to get your question on the next or the next few 5 questions. It just depends on how fast you can get them down and in some type of order.
We're so busy and everything like that right there. They're coming in like crazy, but you know, go ahead and keep sending them, and sooner or later we will get to yours.
Let's go and go with the first question asked by Frankadinkus 327. His question is, thoughts on CM Punk as the leader of the Nexus?
Remember when I said the first Nexus was the shits?
Yeah.
This is worse.
This was worse.
Actually, no, we're both with the shits.
Yeah.
But at least CM Punk was the leader and had talent. Like Wade Barrett. I like Wade, don't get me wrong, but
Stu Bennett.
Yeah, I like Wade Barrett, don't get me wrong, but if you look at it, CM Punk was a better star.
Yeah.
But that Nexus with CM Punk, like, to me, at that time, Nexus was fucking dead and buried to me.
Yeah.
You know, it wore out its welcome in 2010, but they kept dragging it along. And then there was 2 fucking groups of Nexus. Remember, one was on SmackDown called the fucking Core.
Apple Core.
Yeah, Apple Core is what I call it. And fucking then you have fucking the Nexus on Raw, fucking CM Punk, and Husky Harris, and fucking Michael McGillicuddy, and then you had Mason I Have No Talent Ryan, and fucking shit like this.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this Nexus. All right, and CM Punk, like, I don't know why the fuck he was part of the group.
I guess they just wanted to put a mainstream person with Nexus, but it still didn't
Nexus
do anything.
Was dead and buried.
Yeah, I mean, it still didn't do anything.
No, and all they did was fucking. I remember fucking Punk was still with the Nexus, and he had a feud with Orton.
Yeah.
That was about it. All I seen.
Yeah. It didn't really make much sense, and then
no sense.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've always liked. Michael McGillicuddy,
well, yeah.
Joe Henning. I've always enjoyed his work. I always thought he was pretty good. Husky Harris. I didn't care for that at the time. Let's just be honest. And they had fucking Mason Ryan there
and David Otunga.
David Otunga. Oh my God. I didn't see anything there with David Otunga. Never have. Still don't.
But Mason fucking Ryan.
Yeah.
And everyone called him fucking Batista.
Yeah, Batista!
And I was like, he's just as shitty as Batista. Ain't that right, Charles?
He walks alone!
Yeah, he don't even walk alone.
Apparently he was a big star in, like, Florida Championship Wrestling.
Well, yeah, he was Florida.
Yeah.
For FCW Heavyweight Champion, but did anyone give a fuck about FCW? I didn't.
I didn't care.
I just didn't like FCW for one reason. They say they trained all those guys that came from OVW and they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't.
Fuck you, Skinner.
Skinner.
What you gonna learn from Skinner besides being in the Everglades? Hey, I just tell the fucking truth.
Or spit the tobacco.
Let
me get the cream corn can.
To me, what started that right there, little bullshit with Batista. I didn't learn anything, well, motherfucker. It's because you had no fucking talent. What talent you had was Spirit, the sorry ass fucking Spirit of seeing my wife.
I didn't care for the Nexus at all. I didn't even care for the original Nexus.
Me neither.
See.
When I saw the original Nexus coming in there and fucking destroying shit and ruining a fucking match with Cena and Punk, I was like,
yeah.
What, the NXT crew? Wild and Young's out here?
Wow. Hey. Cena. Cena reaching out.
Yeah, Cena trying. And then you got Justin Roberts, the shittiest AFW announcer, ring announcer of all time, getting choked with a necktie law.
I guess.
And what a pussy he is.
I guess they just needed somebody to close a spot.
What a good way
So
to fire Daniel Bryan, all because he choked fucking a pussy whip ring announcer Justin Roberts. You know, that's the thing, man. Like that old Nexus, I didn't give two fucks. I was like, I know everyone. The weakest is Michael Tarver. You want to look at
the bank robber.
Yeah, the bank robber.
I never cared for it.
Yeah, I never cared for either or Nexus. Both.
I wondered.
Or the Apple Core.
Or the Apple Core.
Here's what I think.
Joe Dirt and
I
that
wondered
Apple Core.
why they were.
They need to get rid of that Apple
They
Core.
were out there, and I'm like, why do they really need these guys? They're nothing. They don't do nothing.
Remember they had Ezekiel Jackson with the core.
Yeah.
Oh, the last ECW champion. That's a good pick.
That's a good pick, all right.
Oh yeah.
Big Zeke.
Big Zeke.
And anyway, even in
What the
OVW, I didn't
fucking
care anything
brawl
about
for all
that. To be totally honest, in OVW, I didn't care anything about the swing man in OVW. Why the hell would I care about in the WWE?
Let's go ahead and go with the next three
All right.
questions. They're asked by a good friend of the channel. Damn the Beast 94.
Hey Dan, put on that sleeveless gray shirt like Dan Severn, and make sure you have the water streaks.
Let's go ahead and go with this
Yeah.
first question here. Oh, and by the way, Dan the Beast 94's
That's right.
channel, the link for his channel will be in the description box below.
That's
Make sure
right.
you guys hit that link. It goes directly to his channel. Hit that subscribe
Tell
button.
him WR something.
Yeah, tell him WR.
Tell him to play the Dan Severn thing.
Done covered up your eye teeth. You could see what you were saying, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's go with his first question here.
All right.
Favorite unique teams that won the tag team gold. So
Favorite unique teams that's won tag team gold?
I got one right off the bat.
Go ahead.
For me at least.
All right.
Just because they were kind of odd pairing at the time.
Uh huh.
Turned out to be a good pairing. The Hollywood Blondes of Stunning Steve Austin and Brian Pillman.
Yeah, that was an odd pairing. That would have been one, but I got one just as odd pairing as that.
What's that?
The Rock and Mankind.
The Rock and Mankind.
Yeah.
Rock and Sock Connection. That was a fucking odd pairing.
It was.
Fucking Mick Foley in the baby blue blue fucking sweatpants. I have to go. My favorite's the fucking Hollywood Blondes is yours. I'm gonna have to go with the Rock and Mankind, the Rock and Sock Connection.
You know, because and the thing is very odd pairings.
Yeah.
Because you get the uniqueness of flying Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
You know, doing all the unique stuff that
High flying.
what people do today.
And then you got the technical, Stunning Steve Austin.
Brawler as well.
Yeah, and they meshed really good, and they didn't even give him a chance.
Yeah, they didn't give him a chance.
And then they made the dumbest mistake, breaking them up.
Yeah.
Okay, that was stupid.
And you know, they were only a team for less than a year.
Yeah, and they were a good team.
Yeah. And then we got the Rock and Mankind,
Yeah.
Rock and Sock Connection, pretty much Attitude Era gold,
Yes.
in my opinion.
This is your life.
This is your life.
I love that this is your life.
Just because of, you know, Mick
The
being
great comedy bust of Mick Foley.
Mick. Yes.
The great comedy bust of Mick Foley, and the Rock fucking just J-broning Mick Foley. You know, fucking Rock's on the goddamn phone, and Mankind's fucking bleeding his heart out. He goes, "What the hell are you saying?"
Here, shut up. This idiot's talking. What the
Yeah,
what the hell?
but he was fucking on the phone, and Mankind didn't even know it. He thought I was talking to him.
All the way up to the ring jackets.
Yeah, the ring, the sweet ass. Don't forget Rocco.
Rocco.
Remember Valvinus put it in his crotch? But he got Mr. Rocco, and don't forget, I loved the fucking This Is Your Life. Remember when the guy brought in the cake and had the Brahma Bull on it?
Yeah.
And fucking Jim Ross goes, "I don't like the looks of that cake either." And Jared, "Oh, look, another jabroni." Jim Ross, "I don't like the look of that cake either."
But the teaming just fit well.
Yeah, they were a good team.
Pops, is there a favorite unique tag team that won tag team gold in your opinion?
I can't think.
Can't really think of one.
No, not really.
Kind of like an odd pairing.
Yeah, never really consider.
Oh, I figured one for Pops, Road Warrior Animal and Heinrich.
Oh God!
Oh God! That's probably the worst LOD. I would take Droz.
I'll take puke.
I would. Remember when Droz and Animal were the Road Warriors? I'd take them.
But they never won the tag team gold.
Yeah, I'd take them.
Now they didn't win the gold, so.
But Heinrich and fucking Road Warrior.
Fucking Road Warrior Animal did.
Now remember when he was just Road Warrior and he came out in the fucking leather pants?
Yeah, he looked like one of the village people.
Yeah, he did.
With a mohawk.
With a mohawk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, and he you know, his back had to be hurting with Hydrox.
Agree with you on that. Let's go ahead and go with Dan the Beast 94's next question. Is,
Alright.
could Crush have been a top performer in the business if he would have stayed in the WWF?
Well, I like Crush. I did. I like Brian Adams' Crush. He was a great fucking wrestler. He was strong and fucking. He had the look.
He did have the look. I will say that.
And
I will say I enjoyed more of his heel look than the stupid orange.
Yeah, the stupid orange thing.
You know,
every time when I looked at when he was wearing that, I thought of the goddamn crushed soda.
Crushed.
Yeah.
Because he looked like goddamn crushed soda.
Yeah.
With that fucking single.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just bad.
I was thinking fucking Crush Orange when I see that fucking single.
You know, I didn't care for the orange singlet or the purple. He also did purple too.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I thought it was great Crush when I saw that.
I always enjoy.
See,
I mean, it looked cool, but it's just like there was nothing really there.
But I thought he could have been a top guy in '94 because come on, he had a good feud with Randy Savage.
Yeah.
That's when I thought he could have been a top guy.
You know, we do know that you know, Savage thought quite a bit about Crush, and so did the Undertaker.
Yes.
Which is probably the reason why. You know, I mean, not the only reason, but you know, that is the reason why Crush was in the WWF for so long.
Because he was a good worker.
He was pretty good.
No, he when he was in the Nation of Domination.
Yep.
When he was
Clarence Mason,
the jailbird.
Yeah, the jailbird.
He had a shitty manager, Clarence Mason, but you can't help that.
Well,
he's his lawyer.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Chris did all the work.
I think why you know that you know the Undertaker, you know that like Crush, you know, it's because he was willing to learn, and instead of opening his mouth, he closed it and opened his ears. And you know the old timers, they you know that's what you got to do. You know, you don't go in there and start flapping them goddamn jaws. You do, you're gonna get the damn jaw broke.
And I did think that his top pinnacle was, you know, when his feud with Savage.
Yeah. In the WWF.
In the WWF, and then later on, you know, he did get released, and then he came back as the jailbird because he did have a real prison.
Yeah.
He was in prison for a little bit for drugs.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, he had a feud with Savage, but they never capitalized on it. And I figured at that right there time, that what they're capitalized on.
That was Savage's last match in the WWF.
Yeah.
So.
Because hell, in '94, Bret Hart was champion. They could have had a good feud.
Yeah. And I always enjoyed him with Yokozuna.
Yeah. And Yoko teaming up.
Yeah. I just enjoy. I really enjoyed Crush. Now, once he goes to. And I even enjoyed him when he was with Demolition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because Axe was in really poor health at the time and couldn't really.
So he was the manager role.
Yeah. So he was in the manager role, and I always thought he worked well with Smash.
With Barry Darso, yeah. And then when he came to WCW,
that was a different story.
Oh, that was probably the worst fucking Brian Adams I've ever seen.
That right there was really a pinnacle time.
In the NWO B team, B team NWO.
Yeah. He was the only good fucking worker in the goddamn group. He had Boris, Scott Norton, and Stevie Ray. Who do you think's a better word? Don't forget Vincent. He's probably zero.
And then he, you know, the only thing I did enjoy a little bit, just a little bit, was him teaming with Brian Clark as Chronic.
Yeah, I did enjoy with him and Brian Clark's Chronic in the in the
dying days of
the
WCW.
dying days of WCW. I thought they were a pretty good tag team.
And of course, going back to the WWF after WCW bought
And
out.
have one of the worst unforgiven matches I've ever seen.
Yeah. Chronic versus The Undertaker and Kane. You guys can go check that out. Horrible match. But I believe he could have been a top performer.
Yeah.
I do. And I think going to WCW was probably one of the worst decisions he made. And unfortunately, Brian Adams is no longer around.
I thought, maybe if he would have stuck it out, maybe he would have been a top guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he did what he wanted to do. You have to let a guy do whatever they want.
No doubt. Let's go and go with the last question asked by Dan the Beast 94. Do you believe Jake Roberts should have held a title during his WWF tenure? There we go. Got to speak here. Or was he just too good not to hold one?
Well,
because let's just be honest here. I mean, most wrestlers in the WWF have held a title in their career.
Yes.
Jake Roberts is one of the only ones that come to mind for me as far as a top guy that's never won any title. Rather it was WWF, Intercontinental, or Tag Team.
Yeah.
He didn't win anything.
And he was right on the fucking top, man. He was the man on the top of the fucking totem pole. And that right there, I'm glad this right here brought up, because I thought to myself, he's a fucking top guy, and he never held a fucking belt
In the WWF.
in the WWE, and I'm like, why? And I think it's mysterious. It's mysterious to me why he did not hold a belt.
And as long as Jake Roberts was in the WWF, for as long as he was, you would think he would at least held a belt by then.
Yeah, but here's the thing. To me, Jake Snake Roberts, he could have been a champion, but here's what his role was. He was the most over second-tier babyface. He was there to get people ready for Hogan.
Mm-hmm. He was.
Look. Anyone that was a heel had to face Jake first. Ted DiBiase, Rick Rude, Andre. All these guys. Well, Andre was already a big star, but I'm talking about these guys like Ted DiBiase.
But see, that's also the thing too.
Rick
is
Rude.
after they went from Hogan.
After they went from Jake, they went to Hogan.
And then also vice versa, especially with Andre, like you said, it was Andre and Hogan, and then after by WrestleMania 5, he took on fucking Jake.
Yeah. See, that was Jake's job, because he was the second tier babyface. And if you could have a good match with Jake, that'll put you up there with Hogan.
And then I also enjoyed him as a heel too.
Oh yeah, as a heel, he was great. I love the Trust Me.
Trust me, I also enjoyed his work
with
Randy
Savage's feud.
With him and Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah, him and Ricky Steamboat had great matches, and him and Savage in '91 always had great matches.
Fantastic.
And hell, him and Jake and Ted DiBiase always had great matches too.
So when you're sitting here and you're thinking of some of the most well-known WWF wrestlers, Jake does come to mind.
Yeah.
And for him
great
not
wrestling mind.
Yeah,
and hell, he could still cut a great fucking promo.
Yeah.
Yeah, look on All Friends.
Yeah. And he's the only one that makes it any relevant. Have you noticed this, the old geezers?
Yeah.
That have more fucking popularity than these smarks?
Yeah.
Look, and people's like, oh, Jake is old. He can still cut a promo. You don't see Vance Archer cutting one, do you?
Murder Hawk.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I think he was too good to hold a championship.
Yeah.
And plus, there's no real reason for him to hold a championship.
That was almost like Piper. I didn't understand why he was Intercontinental Champion.
It was good.
It was good, but he didn't need the belt.
He was there for a reason. And that right there reason was, I do agree to groom the wrestlers that was coming up to face Hogan.
Yeah,
he groomed them. If you
can get past Jake, then you get Hogan.
Jake was the totem pole. If you can have a good, Tommy's right. If you can have a good match with Jake, you're ready for Hogan. Mm-hmm. And
And I mean, of course, Jake wanted to do some backstage stuff.
Yeah.
And, that's the whole reason why he left after WrestleMania 8.
Yeah.
Putting over The Undertaker.
Yes.
So, and of course a very short-lived stint in WCW.
Yeah,
Very short, and you know, doing various independents along the way. And you know, Jake's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And he turned his life around.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, Jake, and we all know he had his demons. Oh, he had his fucking demons like a motherfucker. But he got his shit straight. He learned what the priorities was in his life, and he's a Hall of Famer now. So you know, what else can you say?
No longer pissing in buckets at fucking independent shows.
Right.
He's
No, he's signing autographs.
yeah, he's signing autographs, and he also do the shoots now. He also talked about his life back then, his wrestlers.
But it is mind-boggling to think, you know, he came in like what, 86 or 87, something like that.
Yeah.
He lasted till 92, you know, a good 5-6 year stint in the WWF, and he never won a championship.
No.
But I honestly, I think he's one of the only ones I could really sit here and think about that's never won any. Yeah. That was a top guy.
Yeah.
That's never won the championship,
but,
or any type of championship for that matter.
You know, but still, yeah.
You know, next one would have been like Perfect when he won the Intercontinental title. You have Rip Rude Intercontinental Champion, Piper Intercontinental Champion.
But to me, I think they trusted Jake. I think you know, all of them trusted Jake. We're gonna put you here. You get them ready for Hogan. And that right there to me is fucking trust, because you tell us, is he good enough to face Hogan? You tell us, and that right there is what he did.
That's what they did. Next question, and the last question for this edition of 5 Questions, guys, is from Joe Lawn.
Joe Lawn.
Joe mow your lawn, huh?
Yep. The last question for this edition of 5 Questions. It's directed towards me.
Oh, really?
But of course, you know, we all chime in when these questions. But Joey, would you have still been a Shawn Michaels fan if he jumped ship to WCW?
Woo.
Now, we should talk about.
So he can join his boys.
His boys.
The click.
Yeah, the clicker.
I don't know. I really don't. For this reason. I do know that multiple times he was contacted, and multiple times he was.
The Undertaker was contacted too.
Yeah, the Undertaker. Well, I mean, everybody was contacted.
Oh, cool. Well, that's no shock.
Yeah, that's no big shock there.
But for Shawn to go to the WCW, all right, let's just go ahead and analyze this for just a minute here.
Where the fuck would he go?
Yeah.
What would they have done with him?
Where would he
What would they have done with him?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Put him with the NWO like everyone else?
Yeah. Really? That's probably what they'd have done.
Waste him?
Yeah. I mean, you know, think about it. It's either he was going to be in the NWO with his buddies, of course.
Or he's going to be part of that fucking Wolfpack, Red and Black.
Yeah, the Wolfpack, Red and Black, or he would have been just like a lost WCW wrestler, like a lot of them were.
A lost soul.
Yeah, a lost soul. They got beat up by the NWO.
Yeah.
That didn't have a home anywhere. Yeah.
So, if I had to say, probably he wouldn't be my favorite wrestler.
No, he probably wouldn't have been. He'd probably been discarded and had been in the Shawn Michaels.
And of course, you know, with him going, like if he was in the NWO, he wouldn't have been the leader, would have been Hogan, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it would have made no sense.
Where, when he was part of DX, he was the leader in DX.
Yeah.
See? Here's the thing. Once if Shawn would have left, you wouldn't have had DX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the two people that stayed throughout their tenure,
Tenure in WWE was Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker.
Shawn Michaels and Undertaker.
They never... Yeah, Shawn was a fucking prick,
but
he stayed loyal to Vince.
Yeah, he did.
Same thing with The Undertaker.
But we know Undertaker was more loyal than Shawn.
Yeah, more loyal.
Well, yeah, Undertaker.
Well, the Undertaker.
Look, Undertaker never whined, bitch, complained.
The Undertaker.
You're working with John Gonzalez.
Knew what was good for business. He knew what was good for business.
And Vince,
and he made
Vince made him a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing.
And that's the reason why he was so loyal to Vince.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Shawn, he whined, bitch, complained who he had to work with. Vader, you know, fucking Vader's biggest star in WCW. Fucking say
Japan,
you want to get his,
a legend in Japan.
And fucking Hickenbottom, Mr. NXT Cowboy Hat over here. One to fucking fire. One said, "I'll get your fat ass fired." You know, and said you're gonna have to work lighter. Vader's stiff. That's the way Vader works. If you can't handle it, you pussy whip. Playgirl.
That's the way it was.
I'm sorry, that pissed me off.
That's the way they did. Yeah, you know, people don't understand.
And I'm sorry.
That's the way they did it in
Come on,
Japan. They wrestled stiff in Japan. That's the way they did it.
Be a playgirl. I'm sorry, that pissed me off. You're fucking.
Yeah, really.
You're bitching about the way Vader works, and that's the way Vader's always worked. And you're whining, bitch, complaining. If you can't take it, then get out of the business.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Listen. There's a lot of critical things about Shawn, and guess what? I agree with every single one of them.
And it's just like
he ate all the cookies too.
And he ate all the cookies.
It's just like Shawn wasn't going to drop the title.
Yeah.
And then.
And after the match, you know what the Undertaker did? He had his fist propped up. He sat down right in the middle of that screen.
He wanted to drop the title to Austin.
And he sat there and he made sure that Shawn Michaels dropped that title off because, you know, it was good for business. What the Undertaker knew. Hey, we got to let this guy go to the top. And if he had to drop the title, he's going to do exactly what he said. I'm going to come out there and beat the fuck out of you.
Fucking Shawn didn't want to do the fucking job for Austin.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Fuck, do the fucking job. Goddamn, give me a fucking break. Stop being a puss. And look at the Undertaker, all the slobs he had to work with.
Yeah.
And let's just be honest here.
Giant Gonzalez, King Kong Bundy, fucking all these guys.
WCW's track record of getting talent wasn't stellar.
No, it was not.
Oh, WCW?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no what?
Getting really as you can see, Bret Hart.
Look.
Instant.
The
right
most
there.
over motherfucker.
They took fucking Bret Hart.
Most over
from
motherfucker
WWF. Fucking probably the biggest star they had
at the time. Yes.
At the time, Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Get screwed at Survivor Series.
Did that.
That's what everybody was talking about.
Everybody was
buzzing about it.
Everybody was buzzing about it. I was thinking probably the next week on next day on Nitro, he's coming to fucking Nitro. Yeah. What do we see? Fucking NWO black and white with fucking Canadian flags. And say we got Bret Hart. Well, where the fuck is he?
Yeah,
where the fuck is he? Is he sitting at home in his ring like he was at fucking Wrestling with Shadows?
He was sitting in the dungeon.
You know, where the fuck is he? I thought Bret should have showed up the next day on TV.
I would have.
God, how long was it before he even showed up on television?
Couple of months
before he even showed there.
And then when they finally brought him in.
But I think he had to wait until his contract was over.
His contract was already up.
His contract was already over?
It was over.
Why in the hell
it was over after Survivor Series.
Why the hell did he show up there? That would have been a big pop for him.
And see, here's another thing. Right when they brought him, what did they do with it? They made him a fucking referee.
At Starrcade.
At Starrcade?
Against Hogan and Sting.
Don't forget that sweet ass fucking shitty match with Bischoff and Sabisco. He had a fucking referee. Even Brett couldn't save that stinker.
You love that match.
Shitty match. I'm sorry, they just fucking wasted Bret Hart away.
And I know.
In fucking WCW. Then they finally wanted to give him a push in fucking 2000. Too little, too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, too little, too late.
He got hurt.
Here's the thing.
That's what happened.
Here's the thing, you know, I don't know why Bret did it.
Money.
Yeah, but still, yet, I mean, of all the times, you know, I'm pretty sure that you know that you know, because I really did think that McMahon really did like Bret, and even you know, I wouldn't. To me, I wouldn't give a shit. Hell yeah, I'll drop the fucking title. This right here was all that was all over with the goddamn title. Yeah,
I don't think Shawn Michaels would have fit in WCW.
Shawn Michaels wouldn't have fit.
He would not have fit. He would have been
floundering. Neither would the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He would have both of them been floundering like a motherfucker.
Yep.
We all know that.
Yeah. WCW was so disorganized. Now, don't get me wrong. I always enjoyed watching WCW.
Oh, I did too.
As a kid, I really did. But they were so disorganized in what they did.
Yeah, and
so inconsistent.
See, when they had young talent,
But you know,
when they had young talent,
yeah.
all they cared about is the former WWE stars.
I'm going to be the truthful here.
AEW now.
Yeah, yeah.
I am going to put. I'm going to be truthful to the big stars and everything. I watched it for the luchadors because of the amazing shit that they did in that ring. But nobody ever gave them any credit for what they did.
Cruiserweights first match.
Yeah, fuck, I didn't give a fuck about the goddamn former WWE superstars. I care about the undercard.
You all, yeah, like especially.
Here's how I watched Nitro and Raw.
Especially
back in the day
when me and Tommy were kids. This is how we
Nitro. We'll watch the fucking undercard when it's time for the main event. Raw's coming on.
Yeah.
I'll watch the undercard for Nitro.
It's flip flop.
I'll watch the whole undercard for Nitro, and they go, well, it's main event time. We got Nash versus fucking. We got Nash and fucking Hall versus Sting and Luger. Fuck this, I'm changing to Raw.
And people don't realize this right here if they never watch it, but the cruiserweights wrestled their asses off, and they got no recognition for it.
Well, especially a lot of the undercards at the time too.
Yeah.
And it's just like they just blew them off like they wasn't nothing. And that's sad because they was talent there.
So, will you still be my favorite wrestler if he jumped ship to WCW? I doubt it. I really do. Because him going to WCW
would have killed him.
Would have killed him. It would have. I mean, look what it did to Brett, and Brett was really the most popular wrestler in 1997.
Yeah.
And especially all the buzz from the screw job, and they just did nothing to capitalize on it whatsoever.
No, what they should have done was brought him out. That would have been one hell of a big fucking pop for him, but they didn't do it. They floundered that motherfucker, and they didn't flounder, and that's why that's why that motherfucker got buried.
Agreed. We hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to, and guys, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up because it shows YouTube that that you guys have been enjoying the content that we put out. Even if you dislike it, make sure you guys give it a thumbs down. You know, we do got a lot of haters.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
We do. And don't care. So.
It's like the song though. The more you talk about us, our price goes up.
And guys, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up on like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage. Who you got Pops on Facebook?
That's it.
He's always on there.
I'm always on.
Yeah, believe me, he's always on there.
I have a right to my opinion, and I talk to Greg a lot.
And guys, you can follow us on Twitter at WrestleRampage as well. You can you can follow me and Jaybird. Bloody Knuckles, aka Bloody Knuckles.
You got to quit, man! I swear, Jay.
To Instagram, the links are right here. You guys can see them. And you know, there, me and Tom will talk to you guys and post odds and ends and things about that, and future plans here on Wrestling Rampage. So if you got
future endeavors.
That's right, future endeavor, like we are. But anyway, and guys, make sure that you guys subscribe to Wrestling Rampage because we are that cream that rises to the top.
Cream of the crop.
And nobody does it better.